How to dismantle a Mac Magic Mouse. The battery finally died on my iMAC Magic Mouse from 2017. When I googled the problem, I was told that you could not disassemble these mice to change the battery. If you watch my YouTube channel, you will see that I like fixing things and had nothing to lose. So I disassembled the old mouse to look inside and see how it was put together. This is my 2025 Christmas special. This iMac that you can see here is one that I bought in 2013. To keep up to date, in 2017 I bought an iMac that I'm currently working on. So for a small fee I sold it to my daughter, and last week they came to visit me and gave me the old Mac back. So I thought, well, what shall I do with this? I know, I'll put it in the workshop. I have a place for it just at the end of the bench. Why do I need another Mac, you may be asking? I run Final Cut Pro, which is a Mac program for editing video, and if ever my main Mac breaks down, I can temporarily switch to this one. This is an Apple Magic Mouse, and it has a black cross on it. It's the one from the iMac that I'm currently editing this video on. Unfortunately, it doesn't work anymore. The battery won't charge. I can charge the battery, but it doesn't last very long at all. So it's a thumbs down on this one. What am I going to do with it? I know, I'll buy a new one, and here it is. It's different to the other one though for two reasons. One is it has a USB-C charging socket, and it will not scroll on either of my Macs. This is a problem, so I complained to Amazon, who in the end said, just dispose of it and we'll send you your money back. In the end, it's not all bad news. Apart from having a mouse that doesn't work properly with my system, I have a USB Type-C charging cable, the small ones which have a slot in the middle of them. I'm going to dismantle this mouse and the one that doesn't work. To do this, you need some specialist equipment. I bought this socket set a while ago. It's possibly the best thing I've ever bought. All of the tools in it are very small, for very small fiddly jobs. To start with, I'm particularly interested in these two things. They're called openers. I've no idea how this thing goes together, so my logic told me you remove the two black strips like this, and there must be some screws underneath to allow it to be disassembled, but that's not the case. I thought about it and then realised that you must have to separate the top part that moves from the bottom part, and that's quite true. Here I'm doing just that, and it's very dirty indeed. It was here that I found out why this set contained a stiff brush. The parts inside this mouse are very small. Here I'm selecting the correct tool to remove the circuit boards from within the mouse. As you can see in this clip, I don't do things by halves. I put all the small screws in the box, and now I've dismantled both of these mice to have a look at them in detail. I was hoping that all you had to do was disconnect the battery and unplug it from the circuit board, but this is not so. The battery and charging circuit are all as one unit. What I intend to do is change the electronics, switch around the main circuit board and the top part, the scrolling part that doesn't work on the new mouse, and fit the parts out of the old mouse into the new mouse which contains the battery. The battery is removable, it's actually stuck into the holder. I removed the old battery and the lightning charging socket assembly from the old mouse and put them on one side for disposal. I'm not just going to throw them in the bin, as this is a lithium-ion battery. I fitted the circuit board from the old mouse into the new one and switched it on, and nothing started smoking, so I presumed it to be okay. Here you can see the old battery and the two sticky pads that hold it in position inside the mouse. Aligning the connectors is extremely difficult and it's very easy to get it wrong. On the main circuit board, this retaining plate keeps the ribbon cable connector in position, which comes from the top part of the mouse. But to no avail, this was a fail. What a way to spend Christmas Eve. As I've already mentioned, this is the old battery that's going to be disposed of. The mouse on the right hand side is the new one that I reassembled. I didn't bother reassembling the old one. Using the standard Bluetooth facility, I connected the new mouse to the old 2013 iMac. I got a Magic Mouse with this old computer that works fine and the battery's okay. The right hand side one is the new one. As you can see here, 2 of the mice are connected to the computer. The third mouse that I have is not connected to this computer. It's connected to the one upstairs that I'm currently using to edit this video. And that's powered by 2 AA batteries. I could connect it to this machine if I brought it downstairs. Here you can see the difference between the 2 mice. The one on the right is the magic mouse that came with this second computer that my daughter gave me, with the lightning connector, and the one on the left has a USB-C connector, and that does not scroll. The main thing is, though, this old computer running the El Capitan operating system, which cannot be updated on this old Mac, runs an earlier version of Final Cut Pro, which works perfectly. I edited yesterday's video using it. Dismantling these 2 mice took quite a while, but I think it was worth it. I learnt something. Do not bother trying to disassemble a magic mouse. And that's it from me on this fine Christmas Day morning. Stay safe, stay healthy. Thanks for watching. I hope you have a very Merry Christmas.